It's me, Ari Dots, with a quick video. A lot of people don't want solutions. They just want predictable misery. With predictable misery, they feel like they're in charge of what goes on, even though they know consciously they're not in charge of anything. But because over and over again, they can play the victim and believe they are the victim, they hold on to that predictable misery. Such people, they will not tell you in your face, I don't want solutions. Just want to escape, be left alone, and blame everyone else so that I won't have to face anything. They won't tell you that. Because even they know they can't get away to say that in the open without making themselves look horrible. They rely on the sympathy from others. So they will always deny that there's an issue with them, or they will minimize the issues with them, or they will put the blame of it on everyone else. It's my mom, my dad, it's where I grew up, just how the world shaped me, or I just have to be this hard because of society, whatever. Or even if they do admit there's something wrong with them, they will act as well, you know how I am, so it's up to you to deal with me properly. There are even violent people will say things as well, if you just don't piss me off, nothing bad happens. If I get pissed off, something bad happens. So it's on you to make sure I don't get angry. They go quite far with it. Well, listen to me. People like this, they will always pretend to be far better than they really are. No, they will forget what I said, pretend. They will fake. Because pretending is when you want to achieve something. If you go to medical school, you're not a doctor yet, but you pretend like you're a doctor by participating in the classes and the exams, and before you know it, you are a medical doctor. If you want to be a sociologist and you go to a university, they treat you as a sociologist and they enroll you into the profession, and before you know it, you graduated. So pretending is what you do when you want to achieve something. But these people have no interest in becoming better and safer. They just fake like they want to be better. They may invite you to go to some business conference because they tell you, man, I want to improve my business skills. Then you're there, and suddenly they tell you, sorry, I can't come anymore. There's an issue with the train or whatever. And later you find out there were no issue with the trains. They just were smoking weed. So they got out of rehab. They were cheating on their rehab by indulging in their addiction, but they wanted you to think that they were improving. It may sound stupid, but they do things like this. Or you may have women, narcissistic women who, yes, narcissistic women, not all women, narcissistic women who go from boyfriend to boyfriend. And every time there's an issue with the man. But when you look at the pattern, she always selects men as options who are horrible. Let me tell you what goes on. For her to get involved with a quality good man means she has to be of quality herself. That means she really has to improve, face herself, and drop all the escapism. She's not willing to do that, so that's why she's acting like she's the victim, like, I keep encountering bad men. I'm sorry, but how come you never recognize a good man? So I just want to put this out to you. Whether males or females, there are a lot of people out there who don't want to improve, they just want predictable misery. Such people will seek to bond with you. So if you're going through a rough time or you're in some difficulty, they'll feel comfortable being around you. They'll bond with you. They call you bro, sis. Some will even want to be sexually involved with you or marry you. The moment you improve, the moment things go better with you, suddenly they ghost you, or suddenly they don't talk to you anymore, or they try to make excuses to avoid you. Because they got comfort out of seeing you doing worse off than them in an area. Maybe you were not homeless in the street, you were not a drug addict, none of that. But somewhere you were worse off than them, and they felt comfortable with that. So they used you as their drug to feel better about themselves. And now that you can't fulfill that function anymore, you're useless. And you're thinking, what the heck did I do? Why did they ghost me? Well, why the heck did they fall out of me like that? Listen, it was never you, it was always them. Such people, let them walk away. They're time bombs. They're like suicide bombers. Would you confront a suicide bomber if you see him in the street? No, you would run away. Would you even want a suicide bomber to be around you with a suicide vest on? No, you wouldn't. The same way, people like this, they carry a lot of negative tension with them. And then all the negative tension is similar to a suicide vest. At some point, once they can't escape anymore and they're triggered, boom, bad things happen. They stab someone, they shoot someone, or they commit suicide in public, traumatizing a lot of people, or they lie on someone to cause drama unnecessarily. They explode. And when they explode, a lot of people get hurt. So just understand, some people do not want to be better. Because being better means actually participating better. It requires effort and consistency. It's something that a lot of people don't want to do. So stop just believing what people say. Check what they do, and above what they do, check the consistency of what they do. Because every scam artist or con artist can do good things. But can they do good long-term, consistently? Through good and bad. I'm not telling you to make things hard on people when they want to do better. No, don't do that. That's sabotage people. Just look at them. Are they willing to actually be better? And if the opportunities for better arrive, are they taking it? Or are they considering it? Or are they coming with excuses or whatever, just to dodge whatever good opportunity is there? Do not let these leeches leech off you. The thing is, when a natural leech bites you, you often even notice it. Until later, the leech has sucked all the blood out of you, and now you're sick, you have to go to the hospital. Well, the same is with these parasitical human beings. They have the parasitical in a spiritual and psychological way. When they come near you and begin to trauma bond with you, you don't notice that you're being held back. It's often when it's too late you begin to notice the symptoms. So learn to examine people for what they are, not who they are, what they are. All right? That's it for now. Keep in Christ, be at peace, and I'll see you next time. Shalom.